feels like the validation I never got from my dad growing up. Good morning, happy Monday everybody. I'm getting ready for work right now. This morning I was planning on waking up early and going to the gym and just walking on the treadmill and doing the 12-3-30. However, I heard my alarm and I was like, no, we're not doing that. No, 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 no. Excuse me while I rub in my dry shampoo. I was so tired from this weekend. I feel like I didn't really sleep that well this weekend. I'm in the process of moving. If you guys are watching my moving vlogs, I just have been like go, like up super late, waking up early the next day. Like I feel like I did not catch up on my sleep. So tonight I want to go to bed early if my body will allow, which God, I hope it will. I really want to start working out before in the morning, but again, just way too tired. Hopefully tomorrow we can try it again. Take 2 tomorrow. The outfit that I'm wearing today, entirely from Abercrombie. The whole thing, Abercrombie. I'm gonna add my little regular earrings that I wear, but I love these pink trousers. I think these are just like the straight leg trousers, or maybe like the Salone pant. They're like the looser fitting one. I don't know. They're pink. They're really cute. I love a pair of pink pants. We're gonna add my usual little Amazon hoops, and then I think that will be it. Just, you know, a very simple outfit. I'm wondering, like, how can I kind of dress this outfit up? Like, maybe a belt. I only own a black and brown belt, and so I feel like neither of those would go with this. Also, if you guys have any suggestions on places to buy workwear clothes that is still affordable, please let me know. I'm actually thinking of, like, well, not right now. There's a lot of things that I want to buy right now, but since I'm moving into that home, that condo, I have a lot of expenses, so I feel like maybe I should stop. I really want to do, like, a Goodwill thrifting run of workwear, because I heard that you can find really good workwear stuff at Goodwill and at thrift stores, and so eventually I really want to be able to do that. But there's a lot of things that I want to buy right now, and I need to be responsible with my money. I have a lot of stuff going on before my condo that I purchased. I move in, oh my god, I move in so soon, and I haven't started packing yet. I keep telling myself that I really want to film an apartment tour and then start packing after I film the apartment tour. I told myself I was going to film this apartment tour 2 weekends ago, and then I told myself I was going to film it this past weekend, and then I told myself I'm going to film it tonight. Probably not going to film it tonight. I think I'm gonna try to film it on Wednesday. I work from home on Wednesday, so I think I'm gonna try to film it during my lunch break that I have. I don't know, but the issue is I need to like clean it fully and like make it look like a model home to do the apartment tour, and that's the part that I just really don't want to do. I also feel like my weekends just keep getting away from me because I keep having to go back to the condo to do just a bunch of stuff. Like this weekend, the air conditioning unit, like there was a whole issue with that. Like there's always something going on, so I feel like time is kind of escaping me a little bit. So I'm just needing to figure out kind of where I can fit everything into my schedule. Also, this weekend, I didn't do a lot of things I told myself I was going to. This was my to-do list for the weekend. Let's see what I did and what I didn't do. Okay, honestly, I did most things. I just didn't do 1, 2, 3 things. I'm pretty proud about that. Okay, I can live with that, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm fine. But wait, let's see. I did not meal prep my breakfasts or my lunch. How much time do I have? Oh, I have to leave in 15 minutes. I was gonna say, I was like, oh, I can make eggs, but probably not. I think I'll make my little peanut butter oat mixture, but I don't have any chocolate chips, and honestly chocolate chips are the best part of it. I also didn't bring anything for lunch today, or I didn't prep anything. Like I don't have any food like prepped and ready to go for lunch, so I actually have a dermatologist appointment during my lunch break at noon, so hopefully on my way back I can just like pick up something to eat. I did tell my boss I had this doctor's appointment, but I'm gonna have to remind him just because I'm new. Like this is my second full week, 3rd week total. I mean, it's not like they're gonna get mad at a doctor's appointment, but you know, being like, hey, I'm gonna leave for an hour. I think that when I sleep less I get more anxiety. Also, I'm about to do something that is not going to benefit me at all, but I honestly think drinking these energy drinks has contributed to my lack of sleep. But here I'm about to drink another one. I usually don't drink caffeine on a daily basis. I'm not a super big caffeine person. Like I don't drink coffee. I don't really drink any like soda with caffeine in it, but I do love these things. But I'm noticing that when I drink them, I don't sleep that well. However, I'm tired and feel like I need caffeine. So it's a lose-lose, honestly. You know when you do something and you're like, I'm very aware it's bad for me, but here I am, I'm still doing it. That's me right now. I just added PB powder with water, mixed that up to make a peanut butter consistency, and then I added oats. These are like dried oats. Like, would you guys consider this oatmeal? Because the oats are dry. I feel like oatmeal in my mind, the oats are wet. If you want, you could like add stuff to this and form them into like little balls and put them in the fridge or freezer and make them like little protein snacks. Or like add protein powder to them. It's very good. I have a to-do list order and a Princess Polly return that I need to drop off at the post office on my way to work. And it is fast. You know when you've eaten something so much and you're like obsessed with it, but then you eat it a ton, you're like, okay, I'm over it. That's how I'm feeling about this. I'm at at my doctor's appointment. I just got here. I need to walk in. I actually had to move back my appointment 2 hours, which was really nice they let me do that because I had a meeting and I'm really hungry. So on the way home, I'm gonna pick up something to eat because I am starving. Let's go to my dermatologist appointment. I hope they don't take forever this time. Sometimes they take so long and it makes me really, really annoyed. Fingers crossed they don't do it this time. I'm back home now. My Accutane appointment, she was like, you're probably gonna have to be on it for another month. Another one? Like how many, is this even safe for me to be on it this many months? I mean, she's the doctor, but I'm like, really? I think I wanna eat a little snack before Pilates. I got home so fast, it only took me 30 minutes because there was no accidents. Usually there's always like huge accidents. For once, there wasn't. I'm gonna take a Built Bar and put it in the microwave for 10 seconds. It turns it into like a fudgy, chocolatey brownie. One of my friends, I let them try this and they said that this kind of tastes like the texture of a marshmallow, which I could totally see. So I was supposed to have a countertop guy come out tomorrow to fix my countertops because there's issues. We got issues going on for my new condo and the guy is ghosting me. He's supposed to come out tomorrow and he's not responding to me. So I'm like, what? And I followed up today and I was like, hey, just like confirming that you're still planning on coming tomorrow. No response. One thing about my mom is anytime I'll tell her something, she always responds, ugh. I just asked her if she'd help me find a new counter person because she uses Facebook and like Facebook groups is how I've been finding all these contractors of just like people recommending them. And I asked her if she could help me because she's already on these Facebook pages and she's good with Facebook. I don't know how to use Facebook. And so I told her and she goes, ugh. Anytime I tell her something bad, ugh. Oh, this is what it looks like by the way. It looks disgusting. Oh, it's so good. Mmm. What do you guys think about my hair? New hairstyle. But I just texted a couple, 3 countertop people and I have a bunch of stuff that I need to do on my to-do list today. And right now I'm just paying a bill for my dermatologist. I need to order my Accutane. I have like a bunch of like little computer things I need to do. I also need to leave for, I also need to go to my condo. Okay, I have shit I need to do today. One thing I also need to do is for work. I have a I need to talk while doing stuff because I feel like I have like such a limited amount of time. I have to do something for work that I feel like I can really only do outside of work hours, which is not ideal. However, I want to do it. On Thursday, I have to present a strategy for my job and they want it done on Wednesday just so they can like look over it because I'm presenting it to the leadership team. So like my boss wants it done on Wednesday. I just feel like I can't focus at work and I feel like I just need to do it in my own environment. I work from home on Wednesday, but I'd really like for a chunk of it to be done before Wednesday and kind of finalize it on Wednesday. I don't want to usually be working non-work hours if possible. However, I just feel like I can't focus in that environment right now with this. So I'm just trying to do it today or like just do it tonight, do it tomorrow. I feel like I can just focus so much better at home when I'm not like around people. I know that some people like cannot work well. It's like in dead silence. I'm the type of person where I can only work well in dead silence. So I'm not going to be making this a habit, but this is very, very important. It's gonna be like my first thing that I'm doing. Like I'm presenting my strategy. I'm buying Accutane right now. So I will be doing some work tonight. And then tomorrow I need to film a video and I need to clean. I just like have a bunch of stuff that I need to do. I also need to email the HOA. Will I have time for that? Maybe I should get dressed and then start drafting up an email. I need to email the HOA to see if they're going to allow me to do work onto my condo because in order to put a washer and dryer in there, I need to drill through what's below my condo and that's technically their property, not mine. So I need to ask if it's okay. I'm gonna put in like, I saw on Zillow, this person and these units did it as well. So like if they can do it, I should be able to do it. Hopefully it's okay. But what I'm struggling with is I can't find the piece of paper with the management for the HOA, so I have no idea where it is. I thought I knew where I put it, but I guess I don't. Okay, another update. I just wrote a letter for the HVAC guy. I'm really worried the countertop guy is not gonna come. He's just ghosting me. I texted other people, they haven't responded. Granted, it's been 12 minutes, so they have some time. Also, I changed into my workout clothes. I'm just like, why is he not responding to me? I feel like this is what it's like being ghosted by a man that you're like romantically interested in, except for you're not romantically interested in them. They're just supposed to do work for you that you're paying for them, but they're not answering. So I have no idea why not. Anyways, I'm gonna go drop off this letter and then the thermostat because I'm charging the thermostat. Is it Taylor Swift? I'm gonna go drop that off after Pilates. But I saw this. This is Erin Desner, Long Pond Studios, and I was like, I recognize that. And I thought that was Taylor Swift. But I saw Taylor Swift, I'm like, huh? Oh yeah, I need to email the HOA. I don't know why I'm like nervous to do this. Okay, wish me luck. I just like don't want them to hate me. Shout out to ChatGPT for helping me write a really good message to the HOA. The one thing that sucks about ChatGPT though is like you have to put in the perfect prompt for it to do what you want it to do. I had to put in like 5 different prompts for it to like get what I wanted, but it finally did. It finally got what I wanted. Also, one of the plumbers told me, or not one of the plumbers, one of the countertop guys as my backups was like, sorry, we don't do that. And I was like, okay, that sucks. But thanks for letting me know. But I'm just getting ready for Pilates. Tomorrow, I do really want to wake up early, start working out, and like go to the gym, but no buts. Just do it. Just do it, Keegan. I'm gonna take off my face makeup. I'm kind of stressed about the presentation that I have on Thursday. It's just like, it's a big deal, and I'm afraid that I'm gonna like do it wrong. I've never done something like this. Like my last job did not have me do anything like this. I feel like looking back at my last job, I was very much so like micromanaged. I didn't even realize that I was micromanaged until I got this job, if I'm being honest. A lot of the ideas that I had, just unless they came from like one of my bosses, they were shot down. You know what I mean? So it's really cool like working this job and kind of having, I don't want to say like the freedom, but just like, I also don't think like autonomy is the right word, but I feel like they just like allow everybody to do their job, which obviously is added pressure, but it's good pressure. It's, you know, it feels right. I feel like I'm like doing something more, but I'm nervous about this presentation that I have. I hope it goes well. I'm sure it will. Okay, we're gonna go to Pilates, and then after we're gonna go to the condo and drop off some stuff. Just here at Pilates, just drank my little like non-stim pre-workout. It's pre-workout without caffeine. Need to check in, walk in. I really have to go to the bathroom, but one of my favorite things about this time of the year is like watching all the flowers bloom. It is so beautiful, and honestly I forgot about them just because I haven't been there in a while, and I love them. It makes my day every single time I see them. Okay, my neck really hurts. I need to go into Pilates so I get a reformer. Finished Pilates at the condo right now. I went to go drop off a letter for the guy that's gonna fix my HVAC, but I realized I forgot the letter in my car, so I need to go back and get that. But I'm just dropping off like the Ring doorbell and everything for him. Oh no, this is not the Ring doorbell. This is a Nest. If you guys didn't watch my moving vlog, I don't know what order these are going up in, but we tried installing a Nest and some of the wiring in the HVAC is messed up, so I'm just having an HVAC person come and do it. I also texted the countertop guy a second time today. I have literally, I don't know if you can see so far away. Look how many times I'm texting him. This man does not respond. He responded so quick when he agreed to do the job and then stopped responding. So I need to go get that piece of paper. Hopefully he'll be able to see it because like this counter is like a mess, but oh God. The fridge just looks so stupid there, and I need somebody to just shave down this counter as soon as possible. Like I literally don't care. I just need this fridge not to be in the center of the room, but man sucks. I just need somebody to respond to me. Am I asking for too much? I don't think so. Now we're gonna do some gas, or get some gas. Oh, it's like covered in gas. Oh, it's so gross. Why is it not working? I need to wash my hands. I don't know about you guys, but I will 100% of the time go completely out of my way to get cheaper gas. After this, I need to make dinner because I'm really hungry, and then I need, oh God, I have so much to do. I need to work on that deck, and I have other stuff to do. Oh my God, I have so much to do. Ah, it's fine. It's fine. I'm all good. It's gonna be fine. Oh, my gas is done. And I also need to find more countertop people. I'm gonna be so real with you right now. This is what I'm making for dinner. It's the sliced grass-fed beef sirloin from Costco. I am so scared to make this because this is not pre-cooked. I thought it was. Well, maybe, is it? Oh, it is fully cooked and ready to eat out of the package if reheating. Be careful not to. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm still scared to make it. I've never in my life cooked red meat. Red meat has always very much so intimidated me. The entire reason that I got this, I was like, oh, like I just heat it up. I'm like scared to heat this up. I want to make a steak salad. There's this girl that I follow on TikTok and she always makes steak salads. And I was like, I want to make a steak salad. Cannot believe Humberto has not messaged me back. That's the countertop guy. Like, what the fuck? I really hope that I saved the recipe for the dressing. Did I not? Oh, I think I might have. I'm gonna make a steak salad with a creamy balsamic vinaigrette. I really hope I have balsamic vinegar because that is the main ingredient in this dressing. And I think I have it. Do I? Yes, I do. Woo! Okay, so we're gonna make this. I also did not buy all the toppings. They didn't have a ton of the stuff. It also said for half a tablespoon each of grainy mustard, Dijon mustard, and balsamic vinegar. I don't have any grainy mustard. I just have regular. Recipes that I make never turn out like amazing, and I'm always like, why does this not turn out good? And it's like, because I don't follow the recipe fully. While the pan heats up, we're gonna try to make this. So instead of doing half of 2 types of mustard, I'm just gonna do 1 tablespoon of 1 type of mustard. So I have like 1 spoonful. And it also is half a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. Okay, that was more than half. This is gonna be really fun to make. And then what am I looking for? Oh, and then we want 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Since I did like basically a full, I'm gonna do 3 so I can just make like a higher serving of this. And then salt and pepper. I hope this is good. This is like, it almost seems too simple, dare I say. Mixing up this dressing. Fingers crossed. I feel like this is not enough. It's very thick. It's not bad. Wait. It's not giving balsamic. I'm gonna add some more balsamic to it. That was probably way too much. See, I always get very distracted and chaotic when I cook. Now that's very bitter. I need to stop adding stuff to it. I'm so scared to cook this. Everyone just, let's pray that it goes well. Recently got some 100% avocado oil spray from Costco. Oh wow, there's a lot in here. I didn't realize how much is in here. This is a ton. So I guess we're gonna be really meal prepping today. Oh, speaking of meal prepping, I need to make my egg bites. See, I have so much that I need to do and not enough time. We're just gonna start with 1 batch at a time and hope that turns out well. And then if it does turn out well, we'll make the rest. It was saying like flip them every 30 seconds, which seems like honestly a little overkill to us. I feel overwhelmed by this. I know that sounds dramatic, but like that's how I feel. But what did the instructions say? Flip continuously for 30 seconds to a minute until beef is cooked through its desired. Wait, it only takes 30 seconds to cook? Oh wow, it really does. I didn't believe them, but I should have. I'm so glad this is like pre-cooked because I would have been heavily stressing if it wasn't. In full transparency. Like, how do I tell if this is cooked through all the way or not? Should I just like take a bite of one? Like, is that a good idea? Okay, I'll take a bite of like this one. It's gonna burn my mouth, I just don't know it. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. This salad is about to be wildly simple. So I have some arugula. I'm gonna add in some chopped cucumber. It's literally my only other topping besides the steak. I wish I was kidding, but I'm not. And then I'm gonna add some steak, but I want to cut it up into little strips so it's easier to eat. And then I'm gonna add that balsamic. Is this like eat it up enough? This stuff is really good. So I'm gonna just chop this into little pieces and then I'll add that balsamic. Okay, so it's not really chopping into little pieces that easily. Throwing the steak in. I might add more steak. I don't know if that's gonna like really fill me up. I'm curious what this steak would taste like cold for work. And then I'm just gonna drizzle on that balsamic and then just mix it around. And hopefully this will be good. This is like not that many ingredients, but let's try it. It needs more dressing. That's the first. The dressing isn't even that good, but it's still kind of dry without it. Would I make again? No. Is this like an actual real salad? No. So that was fun. I'm not obsessed. I'm going to be 100% honest with you and myself. I am not going to work on my work stuff right now. I feel like I'm self-sabotaging in a way where I feel really overwhelmed by everything that I need to do. So I'm putting everything off and not doing it, which is only making me more stressed. Why do I do this? I don't know, but I do. And I am doing it. So that's really fun that I'm doing that. But I am doing it. Tomorrow, I think that I just want to make that like my main priority and focus on it. I'm able to get work done because that's something that's so important to me. I just feel stressed about it. And I think that's why I keep putting it off, but I just need to like spend all my time doing it tomorrow. I mean, things will obviously are going to come up, but I'm a little stressed about it. I feel like I am sabotaging myself and I'm completely aware of that. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself, but I am. Also, on another note, I was reading a comment because I had just posted the video today where I got my job and I got the keys to the condo, and someone commented there like, it's been so great to see like such a shift, like how like you went through such a hard time when you got laid off and you lost the first condo and so many bad things seemed like they were happening, and now that things are really turning around, it's so great. It's like a reminder to everyone that it's just seasons, you know, like it's not permanent. These like bad moments, these bad times in our lives are not permanent. And I think it's been such a great reminder for me this phase of my life, and although things are like not perfect right now, they're much better than they were, and I feel like it's a really good reminder to me, and I feel really grateful that I'm able to share that to see if anybody else maybe needs that as well. That sometimes, I don't even know how to say, like bad things will happen, but it's not permanent, and sometimes it feels like it is, but it's not. And I think going through a really hard time being laid off and losing that, like it's just making me appreciate the good in my life so much more right now. Like I think that I definitely am stressed about like the countertops and like all these little things, and that's so minimal in comparison, and it's made me even like take a step back, and I think I would have been more stressed about it in the past than I am now, just because things have proven to have a track record of working out, even if it's not the way that you think it is. So even like me being laid off from my last company, they did another round of layoffs after me, and so I feel grateful that I was laid off in the first round, so I was able to find this job. I know that things always work out in a really mysterious way, and you don't always understand why something's happening when it's happening, but it's been a great reminder for me to keep this all in mind. I am going to kind of sort through some of my files right now and try to get some work done. I feel like I'm like being productively procrastinating. Wish me luck tomorrow that I'm able to just like zone in on what I need to do. Good morning, happy happy Tuesday. So I'm getting ready for work tonight, but I wanted to share something that was like kind of stressing me out. So I have been talking on my vlogs that I've been getting this rash on my neck in the morning, so I'm getting ready. Like when I'm putting my makeup on, my neck would like start to get like really itchy. And a lot of people were like, it could be your thyroid, like it could be a thyroid rash, which really scared me. And I noticed that whenever I got the rash, it was always after I put bronzer on my neck to kind of like match my neck to my face, which is a really interesting thing. And so today I was like, I'm not gonna do it. I just don't care if my face doesn't match my neck. I'm not noticing a rash. So I'm wondering if it has something to do with that, which is weird because I put my bronzer on my face and it doesn't cause a rash. So I'm like, why does it do it on my neck? I have no idea, but I'm hoping that's it. I would ideally like to get my thyroid checked just to be safe, but my insurance for my job doesn't start for a little bit, so I have to wait. But also, if you guys remember, I talked about my last job, I didn't get vision insurance. This job I got vision insurance so I can get glasses and be able to see properly, which I'm really excited about. I need to get glasses ASAP. I have a lot of things that I need to buy. It's just expensive to be an adult. Also, the counter guy still is ghosting me, so that's fun. He's supposed to come out today, but he in fact is not responding to me. And I don't really know what to do. I also think my eyelashes are shrinking. Like, don't get me wrong, they're still long, but they used to be twice as long. So I'm like, what is going on here? So I'm gonna go back to using an eyelash serum. I know that they have like components that are bad for you, so maybe I'll look into different eyelash serums. I don't know. This is my outfit for today. My top and bottoms are from Abercrombie. This belt is from Amazon. I'm wearing little shoes that match it, like this kind of color from Target. And then I have these little chunky gold earrings from Amazon as well. Okay, I just want to be honest, and I really hope this does not come off as complaining. I feel like I've been having a really hard time fitting everything in. I think that's kind of been like a theme that you've been seeing in this video and maybe even the last video. But for example, this morning I would love to eat my egg bites, but I didn't meal prep them this weekend. I feel like Sunday should really be like a prep day, because for me, like this past Sunday was Mother's Day, and even when it's not Mother's Day and I'm like driving to go to my hometown to see my mom and like all of that stuff, on Sundays I usually do my Sunday reset videos, and then I have to like edit them, which takes a really long time. And then on top of that, I'm editing my YouTube videos, which take hours, because sometimes these weekly vlogs are close to an hour long and these take me hours and hours to edit. And so the prep that I should be doing of like meal prepping my breakfast and my lunches for the week don't really get to doing, which I've just been struggling kind of managing when I should do everything, you know. I'm eating a Built Bar, yummy. I also feel, and another thing that I struggle with is like I'm trying to maximize every second of every day too much, to the point that I'm not giving myself any time to relax. And I wouldn't say that I'm burnt out yet, and I just don't want to get burnt out. I feel like it's way too early for me to be burnt out right now, but I definitely noticed just like the kind of anxiety and stress of feeling like I can't fit everything in because there's only so many hours of the day. I was gonna wake up and work out this morning and I didn't because I was so tired because I was up so late doing stuff on my computer. I've just been struggling that I don't have enough time to do everything that I want to do in the day. Part of me is like, I just need to do more, but it's like, no, I also need to give myself time to like relax and rest and recharge, because that's not going to be good if I don't give myself that time to do it. I just need more hours in the day. That's all I need. Last night I packed up the lunch that I want to meal prep for lunch. I don't even know what I'm saying, but basically essentially what I made for dinner last night, I put leftovers into a little container to bring. I have my little dressing there, if you can see that. I have the steak, the chicken, no wait, not the chicken, the cucumbers, the arugula. I hope the steak will taste good cold because I didn't really bring anything separate to heat it up in, but this is lunch. I'm back from work. It's almost 8 p.m. and I've been working on my strategy deck for a while because at the end of the day, I was like, I hate this. I hate everything about this. I want to completely redo it. I've been working on it for like 2 weeks now, and I decided I hated everything. So I'm working on it, but oh no, is this too liquidy? I was like, I need some comfort food, but I don't have the time to go get something because I'm changed my mind to the very last second. So I decided to make some Ninja Creamy peanut butter ice cream. This is fire. This is amazing. I think I've showed this in a video, but I used Fairlife milk, a cup of that, tablespoon of PB Fit powder, tablespoon of fat-free, sugar-free vanilla gelatin just for the texture, and then a tablespoon, or a spoonful, no, a scoopful of the Clean Simple Eats protein powder, the vanilla ice cream one. The secret too with this is to let it thaw out for like 30 minutes to an hour. I might have let it thaw out a little too much, but I like the light ice cream mix. This is so good. Yeah, I'll be working on that for the next couple hours. It's gonna be a long time just so I can perfect it. Good morning. Today's a little bit of an anxiety-inducing day. I'm working from home today. I worked on that deck until like 10:30 last night, and right now it's 12:42 and I just finished it. I feel like it's not fully done. I have to present it at 12 p.m. to my team, and then tomorrow I present it to the leadership team. I'm feeling really anxious. I'm feeling like I'm like out of breath right now because I'm just so anxious. Today, it's like National Chocolate Chip Day or something. Like it's National something day. What is it? Today's National Chocolate Chip Day, so my apartment gave us like little muffins. So I went down to the clubhouse and got them because I was like, well, if I'm here, I should do it. I'm very anxious about this presentation. I woke up at 8 a.m. and started working on it, and it's, you know, almost 1 p.m. Oh my god, it's almost 1 p.m. I just want this to be over with. I haven't presented something like this since college. Also, a countertop update. Somebody is out there right now. They said they would be out there at 9. They came at like 12. So I was like stressed about that. And then they were like, so we shaved down the counter, but the cabinet's too big. Somebody told me that the cabinet wasn't too big. It was a whole thing. And so I was like, can you shave down the cabinet? And they were like, yeah, if you want. And I was like, yeah, I do. I have no idea how it's gonna look. I have no clue. I'm very anxious about today's just like a very anxious day for me. So I'm clearly doing really great. I'm doing so well. I'm fine. Everything is totally fine. I was supposed to have therapy today, but I canceled it because I was gonna have it over my lunch break. I was gonna film an apartment tour over my lunch break, but that's not happening. I was like, oh, we'll have therapy over my lunch break. But I was so stressed about this presentation. I was like, I can't have therapy. It's almost like I would need it more, but I was like, I just need to like take the time to do it, like this presentation, and just spend the time on it rather than have therapy. And my therapist said that she's out of town for the rest of the week, so I won't be able to see her for the rest of the week. I just feel like everything's kind of like tumbling a little bit, falling apart, but it's fine. I'm fine. I'm gonna practice my presentation some more times, but I've literally been working on this for so long, and it doesn't even look like I've been working on that long. Like, it doesn't even look that good. I'm just afraid they're gonna be like disappointed and be like, really? That's my fear. My face is so red, I'm literally about to cry. They said they loved it. I'm like literally sweating. Oh my god, my eye was so red talking through all of that. They gave me like one piece of feedback, and it was just like so minor. So they were just like, just add this one little thing. I'm like, I cannot take this button off. Oh my god, they loved it. They loved it. Oh my god, you guys, they loved it. They thought it was great. I thought they were gonna be like, this is horrible, this is terrible. Like, I was convinced that this was just like shit. Oh my god, they loved it. So tomorrow, so basically I presented it to my team today, and then tomorrow I'm gonna be presenting it to the leadership team. And like, they were just like, add this one little thing for the leadership team, but I think you did great. And they said, they like all my justification for things, they were like, yeah, I totally think that they loved it. I really thought they were gonna hate it. Not that I thought I was gonna get fired, but I thought they were gonna question why they hired me. Oh my god, they loved it. I need more faith in myself. But I will say, yesterday when I got home, it was not where it is now. And like all the feedback, they gave me like a couple things of feedback, and I was like, it's further in the presentation, don't worry. So it really only like one piece. My face was bright red throughout that entire thing. They loved it. They loved it. Oh my god, you guys, they loved it. I've never been so happy. I want to cry. I was so afraid they were gonna hate it. I'm so happy. I'm not gonna lie, making this presentation, I was questioning. I was like, am I good enough for this? Am I, like, I was like, can I do this job? Like, am I good at this? But they loved it. I'm dripping in sweat. Oh my god, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. This is, I'm gonna eat a chocolate muffin that I stole. Not I stole, but like my office gave. I don't know why I'm saying my office. My apartment. Let us eat this. It's not stealing. I've never been so happy. Oh my god. This feels like the validation I never got from my dad growing up. You know what I mean if you know what I mean. Oh my god. You're gonna cry. Happy tears. I finished up my workday. I am literally on cloud 9 right now. I can't even explain to you what this feels like, because I was just so worried it was gonna be bad, and it was so good, and I know I keep talking about it, but I'm so happy. I went to the post office because today I'm working from home, so I was able to go to the post office before they closed. I almost feel like my anxiety levels were so high today that my heart needs to like slow down to a normal rate so I can talk at a normal rate. But I went to the post office to pick up my mail key. If you guys remember, I was talking about in one of my moving vlogs, I don't know what order these are going up in, but they didn't give me the mail key, so I had to go order a new one. And so basically what they had to do is they had to physically go into the mailbox and change the key slot and give me a new key, so I had to go back and pick it up. But I'm gonna go over to the condo right now to see the changes that they made. But first I actually need to pick something up from my apartment, so we're gonna do that and then we'll go. Okay, so I'm back in the condo. There's like dust everywhere. Lovely. Actually, an update. My mom has a house cleaner who we have been using her services since I was in elementary school. She is like family basically. She is so sweet, and my mom was like, I'd love to give you a housewarming present, and I was like, what about a move and clean? She scheduled that. That's gonna be on Monday. I'm so excited. This lady has like been with us since I was in elementary school, so the fact that she's coming here is like a very full circle thing. There's dust everywhere. I'm gonna try to like vacuum and just like make it like a little bit nicer, you know, like for her, but They also left fan on and lights on, which wasn't that great. But you guys want to see, the fridge is fitting in there. We finally have the fridge inside. So they had to shave down the counters and the cabinets, which I don't even know where they I mean, like, that's like a bigger gap right there, I guess. Maybe they shaved it down there, but it's so tight you can't even tell, which is really, really nice. And honestly, I might put in a washer dryer, so who knows if this spot's even gonna be here, but I think it looks really nice. It's obviously very, very dirty, so we'll just, you know, clean down that. It's a little wipe down, but I have a fridge that fits. I'm so happy. I think it looks great. Should we open it, see what it looks like? So this is the fridge that I got. This is actually the one my mom has, and it's a great fridge. I have some water in here. I still need to go through and drain out about 2 gallons of water from this fridge because the first 2 gallons have chemicals in it, and then also the first 2 batches of ice. I need to do that because you should not be drinking that. When it first came out, it was black, but it still has a ton of chemicals in it. Another update, the guy fixed the thermostat, which is very nice. I have the air on right now because it's kind of warm in here, so yay! We have a thermostat right there, which is so nice. We have the bathroom, and then my stepdad and my mom are gonna come on Sunday, and they're gonna help me finish with the door handles. We have a lot of stuff that we have going on. If you guys are watching the moving vlogs, those are more in order. This may be kind of all over the place with these vlogs, so you guys will see it there. If you're like a little confused, go check out the moving vlogs. I'm so happy with it all. I will say it is kind of hot in here, and I don't know if that's from the air conditioning like not working or if it just wasn't high enough, but it is a little, like, it's not hot, but it's like, no wonder they had the fan on. I'm so happy I don't have a fridge just like floating in the middle of the kitchen. It looks so good. I'm so happy. Obviously the fridge sticks out, but like, fridges are supposed to stick out. Like, this is normal, apparently. This was what's supposed to happen. I feel like fridges aren't normally like flush to the cabinets, apparently. And I wanted a bigger fridge. I don't think it looks bad at all. And I still think there's like plenty of room to pull this out. Yeah, like there's so much room for me to pull that out. So it looks so good. This feels like a real home now that the fridge is in there. Like that was much needed, because it didn't feel like a home with that fridge. With that fridge just sitting in the middle of the kitchen. It's a big no from me. The issue is that when I'm here, I never want to leave. I always just want to stay here, but I need to go home. Update, I've been editing my moving vlog, the very first one. I need to have this done by tomorrow, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get that done just because I was spending so much time working on that amazing presentation yesterday. But I need to get ready for Pilates, so let's go. I need to clean up this place too. I'm sorry. Good morning and happy Friday. I didn't vlog on Thursday. I was having a really rough day on Thursday, and I don't want to go too much into it, but I thought I'd kind of tell you guys what I did yesterday, kind of give you a little recap, and then how I'm feeling today. I had my presentation on Thursday, so I was really anxious before. I also got coffee this morning, or yesterday morning, with my boss's boss and then the other new hire. So I was like, I don't know why, I was just like expecting him to like say something bad or like tell me bad news. He didn't, which was good. I feel like I've just been having like a very anxious week. I started off the morning really anxious, and then I don't know, I just didn't feel good for the rest of the day. I had my presentation to like that leadership team that I was talking about. I think it went well. I think that it went better to my team, because I think that they understand kind of more marketing themselves, you know, because like if you're in marketing, you kind of understand certain things better than if you're not. I don't think it went bad, but I don't know. Without going into the stuff that made yesterday so great of a day, I just like did not have a very good day. And then right when I got home, I went to spin. One of my friends, we went to spin together, and we just kind of like sat and talked outside for like an hour or so and just kind of caught up, which was really nice to see her. And then I went home and then edited a video, uploaded that, made the thumbnail, did all of that kind of stuff. Ideally, I don't want to wait till the very last second to keep doing these things, but it is what it is. This weekend, I actually have a birthday party for one of my friends that I really want to go to. I just don't know if I'm going to have time to. I said I would, but I don't know if I'm going to. I move a week from tomorrow, and I seriously have not packed a single thing yet. I've not packed one single thing. I haven't done anything, and I was planning on taking Saturday to pack and like do all that stuff and do like the bulk of the work, because I'm gonna be at work for that week. But I agreed that I'd go to this birthday party that's during the day, and I think I might have to cancel and just kind of like prioritize packing and moving and, you know, all that stuff, which I don't really want to do. But I feel bad like having to say no to her after I already said yes. But I don't know, I just feel like I've been feeling so overwhelmed that maybe I just need to take that day just to, like, to myself. I just always feel so guilty when I agree to something and then say no, and like I genuinely do want to go. I feel so overwhelmed with the idea of moving that because I haven't packed a single thing. I also still need to film my like apartment apartment tour before I pack. I haven't cleaned that. Like I was planning on doing that earlier this week. I was planning on doing that like 2 weeks ago. I feel like I just keep putting everything off and I kind of just need to commit. So that's where we're up to, I need to text her. I don't think she'll be mad at me. I'm just sad because I want to go. I feel like this hasn't been like the easiest week for me. I feel like it's been very stressful, anxiety inducing, and I think we all have weeks like that. Like I think I had kind of like a string of good luck, good weeks in a row, and I think those are not always permanent, and neither are weeks like this. It's always a nice reminder that the bad doesn't stay bad. The good won't always stay good, but the good will always come back. That's what I'm telling myself right now. I just feel like my spirits are very low. Today after I get home from work, I'm not planning on doing anything this weekend, so I want to clean my apartment so I can have it ready because I want to film that apartment tour Saturday morning. Maybe I'll start packing stuff up, maybe I won't. I don't know. Maybe I'll edit my video. I feel like I have a lot of stuff to do and I'm just like, how do I do all of it at once? I have no idea. I had a feeling that moving during this time was going to be a little stressful, I feel like this is more stressful than I thought it was going to be. I was very aware. Oh, I have another thing that I need to do. I was very aware that I am kind of signing up for too much, but yet I still do it. And I also have been just recently signing up for some more stuff, which is lovely. I need to write down the other things that I need to do. I am really stressing myself out. I think that I need to start learning how to say no to things. I feel like, don't we all though? We always, like as a whole, I feel like everybody always takes on more than we can chew. It's okay. But yeah, I'm planning on not having like a social weekend at all. Like I just want to focus on work and recovery. Well, not like, and by work I mean like my social media work, packing, and recovery. Those are the trifecta of what I just feel like I need to catch up on my sleep. I'm like just trying to figure out my life right now. Like what do I need to do to feel normal again? But yeah, I'm sorry I didn't vlog yesterday. It just, the spirits are so low. Also, Wednesday night I got Chipotle with a friend. It was literally the best Chipotle bowl I've ever had. The rice, they had just put it out because it was like very fresh. He gave me so much chicken. He didn't give me a ton of guac, but like it was so good. It was one of the best Chipotle bowls I've ever had, and I keep thinking about it. And I know that if I go back to Chipotle again, like I'm not gonna get a bowl nearly as good because I feel like that's like a once a year type of occasion where you get like that good of a bowl, you know? And so I'm craving it, but I'm like, I know that if I go back I'm just gonna be disappointed. And then this weekend I'm having somebody come to my new condo to look to see about replacing one of the sliding glass doors because it's a little bit older. My mom was like very keen that I should replace this because apparently it's not good. I don't know. And then I need to clean it up a little bit to get it professionally cleaned on Monday. What else do I have going on? Oh, and then we're gonna install like a couple more things. My stepdad is gonna come and he's gonna help me install like the rest of the door handles and things like that. So we got a lot going on. It's always something, you know? I need to text my friend about her birthday. I'm just like, I don't think she'll be mad. I just like feel bad and I don't want to feel bad, but I think I just need to do it earlier than not. Okay. Good morning, everyone. All of these voice memos of Taylor Swift's first drafts of songs on Torture Poets are coming out, and so I'm obviously obsessing listening to them as I get ready in the morning. In the mornings, I've been doing little outfit TikTok, like what I'm wearing in a day, outfits of the week videos. I don't even know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna film those right now, really quickly. Today's the last day of the week. Yay! Need to turn the lights on. I can't believe that not next week, but the week after I'll be living in my new place. I can't believe it that it feels like it's happening so soon. I'll show you guys what I'm wearing. Show you, not just TikTok. I think I actually wore this on my very first day of work, but this is from Abercrombie. These are from Tilly's from like years ago, but I really like them. I just wish they had pockets. It's like my one con about them. And then I haven't put on my earrings yet. I think I'm gonna put on my like everyday earrings. I still keep going back and forth if I want to cut my hair or not. I know that I don't want it any longer than it already is. Like I want to cut it to here. My hairdresser, I've been trying to get like an appointment with her, but she really only works business hours during weekdays, like Tuesday, Thursday, and I don't get PTO at my company. I have to acquire it, and I really don't get it until like August, which it is what it is. I understand why they don't give me all my PTO right away, so I can't take a PTO day. I mean, I could take a work from home day in the hair salon, but like I don't really know if that's the right thing to do. But maybe I'll have to find somebody else, but I do want to cut it. But I mean, every other time I'm like, I definitely want to cut it, then one day I'm like, I kind of like it like this length, and then I'm like, no I don't. So I don't know, let me know what you guys think, but I really want to cut it to like here. I think last time I had it here was like my favorite length that I had it. Can I do this? You know, how does that look? A little bit shorter than that. I don't know, it's grown so much. Like, do you see this? I think this is a year's worth of growth, I'm pretty sure. Which is insane. Okay, finish up my work day. I had a pretty good day, can't complain, especially compared to yesterday. I just felt like yesterday was not my day. So I want to go home and I want to clean my apartment. I also want to make a list of all the things that I want to do this weekend. It's also restaurant week in Arizona. And I just found out about this recently. Restaurant week is a week in Arizona where restaurants have like certain deals. So you can get an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert for like, it's a little bit of money. Like it's, I think most of them are like $55, which $55 is a lot of things. But one place that I'm going to, I have a reservation with my friends tonight and we're gonna go to sushi, and it's an appetizer, a sushi roll, an entree. An entree could be like teriyaki chicken or something like that, and a dessert. So you get 4 things for $55, which is a pretty good deal, and we'll probably get leftovers, so I'm counting it as like 2 separate meals. And if you're eating out, that's a pretty good deal, so not complaining about that. And so I'm excited to do that tonight, but I have a lot of stuff that I want to do. I think the reservation is at 7, so I have 2 to an hour and a half to kind of just clean up my apartment and plan everything out for this weekend. It should be fun. I'm really excited. I also felt really comfortable in my outfit today. I love these pants. So let's go home and let's start cleaning because my apartment is trash. I think that one thing I need to do more, especially the dishes, it's always the dishes. It's just like load my dishwasher instead of just like put it in the sink. I think when I lived with roommates, I was always so anxious and like scared that I was being a bad roommate that I would always like wash my dishes instantly. And then when I started living alone, I was like, well, I don't have to do that anymore. And I think I really leaned into the I don't have to do that anymore a little too much. So we're gonna go home and we're gonna clean. Probably gonna change into some like comfier clothes though first, and then we'll clean. Okay, I'm about to go to dinner with my friends. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Mwah.